Group F, ironically named, actually, given that Canada boss John Herdman had said that Canada were going to F Croatia on Sunday. As is often the way when you come up with stuff like that, it was his side whose box was repeatedly penetrated in a 4-1 defeat. Crikey. I want to thank the Canada coach for the motivation, said Kramaric, who got 2 goals in this game. They did take the lead, at least, Canada, in this.
Scored too early.
Is that what happened?
That was what it was.
It was a good goal, though,
A really good goal. That's the kind of goal you probably dream of scoring the night before, I think. You know, the way that he runs onto it.
So for anyone who didn't see this, it's very, very, very much the start of the game. And Alphonso Davies bombs forward.
And then, bombs forward, right wing cross, lands straight on his head. And it's a proper bullet header. Controls it really well. What a moment as well for their first World Cup goal. Great moment for him as well. I think he was born in a Ghanaian refugee camp. You know, he's got a fantastic, but very interesting backstory. This came just seconds after Martin Keown had referred to Canada as the USA, which he managed to do in the first minute of the match. So he's on John Herdman's F list, presumably now as well. Keown.
It was a header and a half, wasn't it? What I liked about it was the run, because he's made a run of about 50 yards. To get there in the first place. And as the ball is travelling from Tajon Buchanan, he sort of deviates his run inside the fullback and then times the leap perfectly. It was absolute textbook. I've got to say that Buchanan really impressed me. I know that he's had his moments for Club Brugge this season, but he's been excellent in both the games, tormenting fullbacks really, and I think he's played a big part in their creativity. I was looking at some of the stats actually. Even though they're going home, we know that Canada, they can't qualify. Only Germany, Brazil, France and Spain have averaged more shots than them per 90. Yeah, they've averaged 15 a game. It's not bad for a team that have got nil points.
Well, indeed. Indeed.
But does that kind of back up the slightly naive approach maybe a little bit?
Oh, look, tactically, they weren't great. And Herdman is a good coach, no doubt about that. I think he's improved them hugely. The qualifying campaign was awesome from their perspective, but they were a little bit green, I think, in this game tactically. What we saw was them get dragged to the side of the pitch. So they were, the Croatia was sort of dragging them towards the wing and then flipping the ball inside to a Kovacic or to a Modric. Unbelievably big gaps down the spine of the pitch, and Croatia were just too savvy for them in the game.
All right, well, let's talk about Croatia, who did win the game, who did score 4 goals. The equaliser coming from your friend Ivan Perisic, slipping the ball through, nutmegging a Canada defender for Kramaric to put away. Kramaric would later on get a second. In the meantime, just before half-time, Marko Livaja put Croatia ahead. And then right at the end, in the 94th minute, there was a goal from Maya. Ivan Perisic is the only player to assist in each of the last 5 major tournaments. The equaliser came from Kramaric, Andre Kramaric, after a lovely little ball slipped through by Ivan Perisic. Kramaric got a second later on. There was also one from Marko Livaja and Lovro Maya right at the death. Pretty impressive stuff, that second half. Any chance that we are underestimating Croatia?
Yeah, I think so. Probably due to their performance at the Euros last year. I think I'm right in saying they've got the same manager that they had at the World Cup last time when they got to the final. But he has kind of brought some new younger players through. Perisic, obviously one of the ones that stayed in the team. I mean, he's lost his pace, but not his accuracy and his quality. I saw the Opta tweet that since Euro 2012, only Ronaldo has more goal involvements at major tournaments, so Euros and World Cups. He's got 7 assists for Spiers this season as well. Excellent via set pieces. And they've got a really nice team. They're a horrible team to sort of come from behind against. I think when it was at 2-1, you could just see that Canada were going to really struggle to sort of play their way through with the technical quality of that midfield. And the front line as well. I think they've got goals in them.
They've got a really good midfield, haven't they? No doubt about that. I think Kovacic was great in this game. He was the star man, in my opinion. But yeah, Perisic, he just drips of end product, doesn't he? He might not do that much for 20, 30 minutes, but in the moments that matter, he often finds the right pass, the right cross. one of the new faces has really impressed me as well. The centre half, Gvardiol from Leipzig. I think he's had a really good start to the World Cup. Both games he's impressed me. Reads it well. He's aggressive, and he's excellent on the ball. So I think they've got a player on their hands there, and I think post World Cup there might be quite a bit of interest in this centre half.
What made Kovacic the star of the show for you?
Well, I think he was afforded too much space by Canada, no doubt about that. I just felt that he seemed to always have a sort of 3 or 4 yards of space around him, and his progressive passes were good. He travelled with the ball down the spine of the pitch well, and they deserved the win. They had 10 shots on target. I think without Bojan in goal for Canada, this could have been ugly, actually, which I feel bad saying that, because it wasn't as if they were awful in the game. They had their moments. But yeah, they're just a little bit too naive at the back, and they've paid a heavy price for it.
Hello there. If you've enjoyed this video, why not subscribe to this channel? And if you'd like more Totally Football Show content, then just search for us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Not an Athletic subscriber yet? Then just head to theathletic.com/totally to find out our latest entry offer.